Hey, Virgo, intuitive soul coach here with your final countdown end of 2023 reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below your video. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Virgo in your chart. Wow, I am loving this energy. So right away, they were giving me that quote by Lao Tzu. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And I was seeing you taking these steps, Virgo, but you're coming across or very close to the finish line. So something that may have started slowly for you, or it may have been a seed that was planted is coming to fruition. So this could be something that maybe you've started 10 years ago, or it could be an idea that you've had 10 months ago, and you have the completion card here. So you're definitely wrapping up a cycle towards the end of 2023 here. Now you also have the heart home. This is all about compassion. So there could be big changes around the home environment, around your stability. I am getting here for a lot of you. This is that compassion within. So when I say big changes, I feel like you're opening your heart up more to family, to spending time with your loved ones, to interacting with others, even strangers while you're out in public, possibly at the grocery store. You may interact more, even if it's with a smile, even if it's with a wave, right? Or a kind word, opening the door for someone. I'm really getting this energy here, Virgo, of a lot of heart opening activations, and that is the big change that is happening for you. Now, it doesn't mean that your heart's closed down, or it doesn't mean that you're not open to this currently, but I'm just seeing a big influx of it as well. So you could be coming together. There may be some sort of volunteer work, nonprofit. You could see here towards the final months of 2023 that you are part of a group. You may be hosting an event, you may be hosting a gathering or a party, depending on where you are in the world. You could be rolling into the holiday seasons, so you may have some work events or work parties showing up, or hosting events at home, or even traveling. So when the heart home comes in, there's a lot of love being made here within the heart chakra. I also sense that some of you could be hunkering down or doing things around the home. So maybe some do-it-yourself projects. You may be reorganizing, revamping your style, moving couches around, or moving, I'm getting here, someone could be moving rooms, or maybe you are getting a new bed set, because I feel like this has to do with a bedroom as well. You could be painting new walls. There could be someone moving into the home or out of the home as well. I'm also getting here group home or elderly home. There could be someone staying with you if this is an elderly parent, but I also feel that there's just a lot more love in the home than maybe there has been in the past, or there was a lot of arguing, or there could have been some confrontations, or just some challenges or struggles within the home. I feel like that could be settling more a little bit, where you're finding solutions that are heart-based instead of, attacking with the ego or with the head here. Now, next, you're closing the door on a situation. Yes, something is being completed here. It may have to do with the home. Okay, someone is closing a chapter here of their lives. This could be in career, personal relationships. It could be in health as well. I feel for some of you, there was a recovery happening here. Now, maybe this is a recovery from a surgery, an illness, some sort of health concern. I feel like you are healing from this, or someone around you, maybe in the family, they could be healing or closing a chapter on their lives as well. I am getting this energy for some of you, not all of you. This could even be a divorce, or you may have a sister or a sibling or someone around you that's getting a divorce, and you may be helping them through some heart chakra healing here. I also sense that some of you, there's a certification, some sort of a degree. It could be wrapping up education. Maybe you've taken a class or signed up for a class, because I am getting here when one door opens or one door closes, another opens, and that could be that journey of 1,000 miles. So some of you are stepping into this new energy. You're preparing for 2024, because a sneak peek into 2024 here, Virgo, you have the wheel's fortune here, the wheel of fortune or fortune's wheel. This is luck and right timing. This can also be fate, destiny, divine intervention. When this wheel of fortune shows up, this is definitely a turning point in your life. And we see that here with this completion. So if you've completed a cycle, let's say you've been dating someone, you could be closing the chapter of dating and getting engaged. You could be closing the chapter of engagement to marriage. For some of you, you could be leveling up or getting promoted in your career. There could be a business part of your life, if you own your own business, where you are branching off and doing something new. And whatever you're doing here, it's going to bring a lot of fortune, a lot of success. And I do feel a lot of changes for the better, but it doesn't come without, some ups and downs, but you'll be able to navigate more because you're coming from a place of a heart center. Okay, you're coming from a place of I'm getting help. It's like you're getting help, you're receiving help, you are the help. Some of you may be coaches, mentors, healers, or you could be bringing the energy of someone like that into your life as well. Let's clarify. Let's clarify this heart home and this compassion. I also sense that there could be a new child showing up here for you. Someone could be pregnant. Maybe you find out you'll be a grandmother or grandfather, or if you are wanting children. Some of you are daycare providers, so I feel like there could be children coming into the home here as well. Let's take a look and clarify. What do we need to know? I'm also getting that there is a deep awakening, a realization, or some sort of understanding between you and maybe teenagers that live in the home. There's a sense of freedom here where you're letting go. You're trying to give someone space, but at the same time, there's a little bit of a loss, a little bit of a grief, because you're grieving the old way of doing things or who someone once was. But I feel like you're releasing in a sense. Let's take a look at what's coming in here. The Queen of Wands and the Sun, beautiful energy. And there is, there's the baby, right? We see here that she's dancing. She does have a full ripe belly there. The Sun can represent happiness and abundance. I mean, this is beautiful energy. Look at them. For those of you who haven't seen maybe a Queen of Wands, this could be a mother, a coworker. Someone is definitely being looked at, being noticed, being celebrated. You could be getting together with your own mother. If your mother is in spirit, I feel like there will be blessings maybe around the holiday time where you're remembering her. So it's a bittersweet energy I feel here as well for those of you that have loved ones in spirit, but you're remembering the good times. You may even be cooking some of the same foods. You may be interacting with the people that bring up a lot of memories. And the Sun is about joyful celebrations. You see all the sunflowers there in the background, and you see that they are dancing, they're celebrating. It's a time to be happy. So I'm getting a lot of that here for you in 2023. You could be celebrating with your coworkers, with your family, with your loved ones. Some of you are even traveling before the end of 2023 here. It could be to a sunny place or to a place that feels maybe like home, right? Home is where the heart is. With this Queen of Wands, this is about you being more strong and more confident within the heart center. It is about you opening up more to love, more to trust, and more to feeling empathy towards others. Okay, when this Queen of Wands shows up, she could be an entrepreneur. This is you. It could be embracing the archetype here, which I feel is happening. And when you embrace the energy here of the Queen of Wands. Now, Virgo, this is you really being bold and wise and inspiring others. A lot of people, there could be one person in specific, or some younger people think of you as their sunshine. Okay, they may have even, that could be a nickname. Someone may be called Sunny or Sunshine. I'm also feeling here that you've befriended some sort of insecurity or challenge. And when I say befriended, it means that there's an acceptance here. There's an agreement. There's some sort of truth around an insecurity or a nature or part of yourself that may have been hard to slay here with the dragon, because you can see the dragon in the background, and she's kind of engulfed in the dragon. She's carrying flowers there, but I feel like you've tamed some of those pieces within yourself. And when I mean tamed, it just means you're getting a handle on some sort of desires, passions, emotions. And when you are able to do that, you're able to express yourself freely. And I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive here, but there's something that maybe you weren't able to express or speak out because you didn't have the confidence to do so, or you felt insecure about chasing this passion or this happiness or trusting in your own heart. That's all shifting here, and it's been shifting, but you're going to really see it externally in the way that you communicate and interact with others in the coming months. So regardless of when you're watching this, we'll be putting it out in October here. So we have October, November, December, but there's going to be a lot of happy moments, and you're going to surprise yourself. People are also going to tell you how beautiful maybe your home space is, how pleasant your children are, how wonderful your business is. They're going to give you these compliments, not just on the physical, but also around your own confident, bold choices that you've made in your life. And it's going to make you feel good here. You're going to celebrate some sort of win. Someone could also be buying a home. There could be a real estate transaction or some sort of sale. Okay, sale. There could be money coming in from a sale as well, because sometimes that Wheel of Fortune energy can be a win. All right, let's clarify what you're closing a chapter on. Okay, what's this completion showing up by the end of 2023? And I am getting that it's going to be snugged tightly against that December deadline, kind of going into the new year, but you will make it. If you are worrying if you're going to pass an exam, or if something's going to happen in time, or if there's some sort of a deadline, I'm getting that you will make it, but it might be a close call. It may be, like I said, snuggled right up against that deadline where it may cause a little bit of anxiety or a little bit of stress. So for example, maybe you book a ticket or a flight, and there is a flight interceding, but you make it right on time with maybe a minute to spare. So I am getting that you're going to make it, but it might be a crunch. Let's clarify. Closing the door, completion. We have the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. You got some big boss energy here, Virgo. I mean, the Emperor is Aries, but you also have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning. So you may feel like you're straddling the line here of not quite out of one situation into another. So this can happen when we give 2 weeks notice if you're in the corporate world. Maybe you've gotten a job offer elsewhere, but you're still working at your current place of employment. This can happen if you purchase a new home and there is maybe a 60 or 90 day wait period here. So there is a little bit of an in-between happening for you, but I feel like there is going to be some sort of win, but there may be some challenges or just some finalizations that need to occur before some sort of new beginning can happen. So it could be signing paperwork. It could be narrowing down on some details, because you see here with this Emperor, there is a map in front of him. And on that map, it almost looks like some sort of runes, some symbols here. So it may not be clearly lined up. There may be communication that's needed, better communication. Okay, you may need to ask questions. That may be very important. Part of this completion is not, half-assing it, as they say. It's important to follow through, ask the questions, know what you're signing, bring something to completion here. And if there's some mountains to climb, or if it feels like it's going to be heavy or challenging, you do have a couple of these boulders, but I don't feel like it's going to be as stressful as you think here. It's actually going to pan out better for you, but there is some finalizations. Okay, trust. You see here that the Emperor has his trusty German Shepherd there next to him. Some of you may have a German Shepherd, or I'm also getting Australian Shepherd as well. But learn to question. Don't just settle for less than what you deserve, okay? There's a completion here, and that may be why you're completing a cycle, because maybe someone or something or an energy wasn't being reciprocal, and you are questioning, okay, I need a new direction. I'm going to go elsewhere or make a move in a new direction. And yes, it may be a little challenging with some boulders in the background, but you have the authority, you have the strength, you have the education, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom to say yes to a new beginning. Because once you close this door, the Ace of Pentacles is bringing in a new chapter here for you. So there could be, like I said, a tad bit of a delay. There may have been some sort of an opportunity that you felt you missed out on in the past, but it's coming back up for you to grab hold of. It may not be the same opportunity, but there is a new one here coming in. Because look at, you're celebrating. There's abundance here. There's happiness. I feel like this could have to do with your finances, though, with work, where over here, this may be a little more to do with family and home. And of course, it all kind of bleeds into each other. It's like a spider web. But the Ace of Pentacles, there could be a new offer here for you, a new promotion, a new home. Pentacles are earthly. They're financial, material. It can be about the health and the body as well. So for those of you that have had any health concerns, of course, please see the disclaimer in the description box below. But I feel like it's important for you to question or get a second opinion in order to finally understand what's going on within you, okay? Don't just settle for one person saying, yeah, that's what you have, right? I mean, of course, they certainly could be right if they are professionals, but it's always good to first trust your body, but get second opinions, okay? Same goes for if this is a real estate transaction, if this is, you know, a course of study. It's important to see what else is going on around you or what other opinions are out there, to see what what resonates, what feels good, what aligns with your energy, because there could be more than one opportunity. We're going to pull another card because I feel like you're not just closing the door on one thing. There could be a couple of things here showing up for you. And right away, the Three of Wands. Yeah, the Three of Wands is all about making a choice. So yeah, weighing something up here, pros and cons, or going with the energy that feels best for you, and then making a decision and sticking to it. So don't just settle for the first thing that comes in is kind of what I get. Okay. Some of you, there could be a second exam, a second review, a second, passing of a test or an interview, something of that nature, because I am getting two here for you. And the Three of Wands is about staying optimistic because the ship's right on the horizon there. The ships are coming in. So don't take your eye off the prize. You're going to reach this completion here before the end of the year. Now, what is coming in with the Wheel of Fortune? The Fortune's wheel here is about luck and the right timing. So again, a turning point in your life. Some of you are dealing with, and I know we hear this often, but it certainly could have been a karmic cycle, or basically what karma is a consequence based on a choice that we've made, right? It sometimes gets such a bad rap, but I feel like karma is basically just that law of cause and effect. And there could be an opportunity that really strikes a powerful chord within you, and it's going to bring you a lot of abundance, whatever abundance may look like, whatever it is that you've been working towards or seeking. I feel like that's coming in, and you've created your own luck because you've put out good karma, right? You've put out good energy into something or put towards it, and it's showing up here in a positive way. I'm also getting integrity was a part of it, or is a part of it. Some of you are not willing to compromise your integrity, which I don't feel like we ever should. Let's take a look and clarify the Wheel of Fortune, the Fortune's wheel. What do we have here, please, for the Wheel of Fortune? Thank you, Spirit. All right, right away you have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, mastering your craft. You've put work into something. This is really beautiful. It looks like she's in maybe a herbalist. She's maybe a herbalist, or she's in an apothecary. Is that what they're called? Apothecary, where she has all these potions, all of these concoctions, and she's putting them all together and seeing how she can make the best brew. So some of you could be scientists in a way. Now, it doesn't mean that you're mixing up potions and brews, but some of you could be, right? But I feel like you are using experimentation, mixing it with education, And that's going to be a beautiful blend, okay? Because so many times we go by the book, right? When you use a recipe, sometimes you stick to exactly what's on the recipe, but if you're anything like me, I add a little bit of this and I add a little bit of that, and you kind of mix it up a little bit because you have your own taste, your own touch, and sometimes you need to spice it up or spice it down, right? So it's important to add your touch. So a sense of authenticity is what is showing up here for you. So don't be afraid to mix things up a little bit. If you have your favorite recipe and it's been handed down, then don't alter that, right? But if you're trying something new, don't be afraid to experience new things. Don't be afraid to add something new to the mix. That's what I'm getting here. So you could be branching off. You could be learning more about yourself, your relationships. You could be diving into mysticism, spirituality, maybe even shadow work for others of you. This is your craft, right? You're learning something new, maybe taking an online course. This is very favorable for those that are in the education, the art, design, music. It is about dedicating yourself to what you love. And we can love, our family. We can love our spirituality. We can love our business and our children. Whatever this is for you, you're dedicating yourself to it, or you have here planted that seed in the past and it's coming up to a big turning point in your life where it's going to pay off. Okay, what else do we have here? You have the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. Beautiful. This is loving what you do, right? It's making choices that are powerfully centered amongst the heart chakra here. Gemini energy, it's about soul contracts. It's about love, making balanced decisions in your life. Balance between the head and the heart, of course. But I am getting here that there could be some new partnerships coming in for you. You may be strengthening some deep soul connections. You may be calling new connections in. Whatever this is, you wanted it for a while. Nine of Cups is your wish fulfillment, right? And it looks to be coming in. You're bringing something into balance here in your life. The Nine of Cups, though, says you've been stung in the past, because you can see that cat in the Nine of Cups, he's playing with the crab there. And he gets too close, right? And you know how cats can be curious. And I feel like there was an opportunity for growth, a teachable moment in the past, whether you were the teacher or the student or both, because we always fluctuate between the both. I feel like there was a time where you did get pinched, or it did feel like you got caught up in something that you didn't want to get caught up, right? With that crab there. Some of you were even dealing with maybe a Cancer. Pisces energy here as well, I'm getting. But there was a situation in the past that you didn't trust, and it brought a lot of imbalance into your life with the Lovers. And I feel like you've learned a lot, and you're diving into learning even more. I mean, Virgo, your mind is like a sponge. Your brain is like a sponge. And the more you know, I feel the better equipped you are, right? Knowledge is power. But the Nine of Cups is emotional wealth. And we see that showing up with the heart home here. The Nine of Cups can be about fulfillment, right? Feeling content, feeling like you're at a good spot in your life. It's feeling happiness, success, achievement, because you deserve this happiness. This is your birthright. And there may have been some sort of challenging time in the past, even though I'm not getting, I don't see any challenging cards, but, we all go through those ups and downs, and they are highlighting the cat playing with the crab there. So I feel like you were pinched, or maybe you felt cut off or pinched off from a family member or from a love connection here, but that's shifting because you see the balance there with the Two of Pentacles. What you've learned within your own self, Virgo, is to stay calm in crisis. You've learned how to master the art, or you're continuing to master, right? Self-mastery. You're continuing to focus on reacting, responding, how you communicate with others, how you connect with others. In your career, this is all part of it, right? It's part of that wheel. It's all intertwined. So this reverberates into your personal life and your professional life and your, self-care and healing and spiritual life. So it's all coming together here in a very beautiful way. Let's get one more card here to clarify what's coming in at the right timing here. What is this for you? What's this wish fulfillment? Thank you, Spirit. We have the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, working together. This is being a part of something greater, maybe a group. It could be a family dynamic. So you go from the Two of Pentacles, creating balance. For some of you, maybe you weren't talking to a sibling, or maybe there was some drama in the workplace, or someone again wasn't pulling their fair share of the weight in a situation, and maybe you were carrying on too many burdens. That's being balanced out here. And the Three of Pentacles is the teamwork making that dream work. Maybe it's teamwork in the home environment, teamwork within your business, within your clients. It could be teamwork at the office. It could be teamwork with health professionals as well. So I definitely see that there's support, there's resources here. There is an energy here of cooperation and understanding the different roles that each of you play in this game that we call life. Right? So this is a really important card, even though it's a minor arcana. It's important to collaborate, because so often we disconnect from any sort of teamwork, family environment, and it leaves us at times feeling a little bit disconnected, even from source, because we didn't come here to we came here to have an individual experience, of course, but not to be disconnected from each and every human being on earth. We're here to work together. All right. Let's get a final card here from a different deck. What is the outcome here for Virgo for the end of 2023, please? All right, thank you. Oh, they're saying go one more, so we're going to go one more. What's the outcome? And this is interesting as well, because you don't have any major arcanas besides the Sun. So I like to see this here, because, and the Lovers, the Sun and the Lovers, which are both really beautiful major arcanas. Those are the couple of the best ones, right? So I feel like there's a sense of a smooth sailing for you, or a sense of connectedness, belonging, togetherness, achieving some personal pieces of yourself, right? This is a big energy for you. And so many times we are fixated on what's out there, but you may be looking, what's going on in here? How can I find peace within the chaos, right? How can I open my heart up to loving what I do and loving the people that I'm with, but most importantly, loving myself? And you're going to really see a big shift here happening, because you, Virgo, you're shifting internally. We have the King of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, represented by the Sloth and the Rhino. So when the Four of Swords shows up as the Sloth, you may be taking a little bit of downtime, as we just talked about here, focusing on quiet reflection, right? Waiting until the time is right. And maybe that's why I'm getting here, cozying up to the deadline, or waiting until maybe the last minute, because you don't want to feel craziness. You don't want to feel a sense of busyness, overworking, overthinking. And sometimes, yes, sometimes we wait last minute, but I feel like this is more so of a last minute decision that you make. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Waiting until the time is right. Well, here it is, because this is the luck and right timing. So what a wonderful clarifier, saying that in 2024, because I'm getting 2024 energy for this luck and right timing. So there's going to be something big shifting here for you in 2024, where you're going to use the rest of 2023 to complete a cycle. And it may certainly have to do with your money, with your wealth, with your power. The King of Pentacles, he is someone who's worked his way to the top. This could also be a financial advisor. It could be a reliable leader, a real estate expert. It could be a business investor. But most importantly, this is about you taking action, but you're waiting to take action on something, I feel, until 2024, because there's something that you're still completing, something that's coming in here for you. Like I said, the 31st of December and into the new year, there's a lot of shifts happening for you, but it's almost like you crossed that finish line. If you've had a really challenging year, Virgo, or if it's been difficult, a lot of ups and downs. I mean, we've all seen what's going on in the planets, right? There's been a lot of highs, there's been a lot of lows, and finding that balance this year has been a little challenging. Some of you may want to look into your personal years as well. I'll link that in the description box below, because knowing your personal year can really help you dive into the energy of 2024. So you find your personal year by adding up your birthday, your birth month, and then 2024, because that'll be the year that you are going into. Or if you want to know your personal year for this year, add 2023. Add all the numbers up, break it down. That's what personal year you are in. All right. So for example, my birthday is 10/21, and then 2023 leaves me in a 2 personal year. So next year would be a 3 year for me. So this year for you, I feel like it's going to be slow, but in a good way. Simplicity. It's going to be heart-centered. You're still going to be focusing on beautiful, brilliant ideas, but I'm getting more of that feminine energy where there will be more action here for you, because there's a turning point coming in that's going to allow you to feel independent, feel very successful, to bring in more coin, to focus on your stability here more. And yeah, the timing is here. It's coming in. This could even happen for you, yeah, by the end of the year, even though I feel like it could be a cross. Maybe that's the in-between energy, 1 foot over here, 1 foot in here. Maybe you have 1 foot in 2023 and 2024, because it's also card 23 as well. All right, last but not least, let's get a message from the soul truth and see what your soul wants you to question at this time. What do we want to question? I suggest, if you can, take notes, write this down, because this can be really helpful for you to ask yourself, and you actually have a couple of them. So this is really, really nice. How can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment? Well, there's the heart home. There's the compassion. Growing our self-love, Virgo, is medicine to this world's broken heart. When you heal, we all heal. When you give yourself more grace, you are able to give the world more grace. Today's soul action: look at yourself with a grace filter. You are meant to be in this moment of your life. Release the inner critic and fill in the hole with your soul's truth, that you are infinite, you are loved, and you are already there. Yeah, so many times we go chasing the external, right? We chase for satisfaction. If only it was Friday, if only we had this job, if only we are in this relationship. How can we be more kind to ourselves and understand that we're already there, that we don't have to wait for the big thing, that we can embrace it, that we're already in it, that we are already the big thing, right? So offer more kindness to yourself in the coming months here. You'll be grateful you did, and the people around you will be grateful, and the world will benefit as well. Next we have, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? The expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Today's soul action, Virgo: be grateful. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. And we just talked about that as well. Maybe you expect these things to happen. And there's a difference, of course, between expectations and what it is that you would like to achieve, right? But I also sense that some of you are really hard on yourselves. You may carry the burdens of others at times. You may be, yes, you're the sunshine because you have a big, beautiful heart. We see that here. You want everyone else to be joyous. You want everyone else to be happy and feel safe and feel understood and feel heard. But are you yourself embracing the same energy that you dish out to others? And lastly, I love this one. This actually came out, I believe, for Leo's reading as well. When was the last time you danced freely? Dance, Virgo, because it will shift you into a beautiful state. And you see here, actually, in this sun card, look what they're doing. They're dancing under the sun. So beautiful reminder here. It's important to dance. It'll shift you into a beautiful state. It'll get you out of your head and into your body and heart, because fear lives in the head, along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a change and a charge of joy and confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. Today's soul action. Dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within you and the feeling that you feel just being, right? Just being you, just embracing that sunshine and that happiness. Remember, Virgo, you are a wild, loving force. Express it. Express it with dance. And it's interesting because so many times we focus on what triggers us, right? You're triggering me. That triggers me. It's bringing me anxiety. It's bringing me control. It's frustrating me. Well, I seen something the other day and it said, let's focus on the glimmers, right? The glimmers are the opposite of triggers. It is those moments of, happiness, those moments of gratitude, the things that trigger us into a state of happiness, of ecstasy, of bliss. Even if just for a moment, focus on the glimmers. Okay, I love this energy for you. A lot of happiness here. Some reminders of how we can shift through the energy of frustration, of expectations here, of not focusing so much on what's out here, but focusing what we have within, including the people, the places, the things that we are already invested in. Big completion coming in here for you, Virgo, and get ready because luck and that wheel of fortune is turning and it's landing right in your house of, could be love, could be finance, could be health. It's turning and spinning that wheel. For some of you, it's a deepened and heightened sense of spirituality and trust within oneself. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate, Virgo. If you're vibing here and you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much for your time and energy. Lots of love.